If you guys have any problems or questions that you're having in your actual life, then email me at kangrobusiness@gmail.com and I'll make a video trying to give the best advice I possibly can. Alright, what's up, gang? Today we got another episode of Kangro Talks, and for the love of God, I really need a name for this series, so if you have any suggestions, please comment them in the description because I cannot think, Kangro Talks is such a shit name. But anyways, we actually got 2 stories submitted today, and I'm really excited for this. I get to do my first, dual episode, and this is what I want the series to be. I want to be able to do 2 stories per episode. So getting into the first one, it says, "Hey Kangro, saw your community post from last night and I wanted to see if you could help me out. Also, before I start, congrats on 800 subs. Can't wait till you hit 100k very soon." Me neither, bro. I can't wait to get that plaque. The past few years of my life have been a roller coaster, from trying to quit porn and being depressed. Thankfully, I've gotten closer to God, and recently I feel confident and happy again. And with my confidence, I've decided to go ahead and ask a classmate to homecoming and try to become a YouTuber again. Here's the problem. I'm currently a freshman in high school who already struggles to get his work finished, and my friends who I feature in my YouTube videos live in Illinois and I live in Georgia. It's really hard to find time for us to make videos together. I usually wake up at 6 a.m. to get a chance to make a video with one of them, and another problem is that I don't know how to edit anything. So my questions are, how can I schedule videos with my friends, and how can I learn to edit? Thank you, man, for the awesome videos that you have inspired me to make my own commentary channel. I'm sorry if this email was long and wrote quickly, blah blah blah. It was written fine, bro. You're good. So the first thing I want to say is genuinely congratulations on quitting porn. I think it's an obsession that not a lot of people talk about because they don't want to. It's uncomfortable to talk about, but I also had to go through a very similar thing. I think it's an incredibly negative thing, and I'm just proud to see that, other people are realizing and, catching on that just the whole industry is so corrupt. But yeah, reading this, I think there's about 3 things I could give you advice on. 1, asking that girl to homecoming if it hasn't already happened. I don't know if I'm late to that. 2, how to schedule videos with your friends, and 3, how to edit. So I'll start with just asking the girl to homecoming. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not the absolute best with talking to girls. I can think of some pretty basic things that I think could help, and the things I try to think about whenever I'm trying to talk to girls. The number 1 best advice I could give to you is just don't obsess over them. Try your best not to think about them too much, because the more and more you think about them, the more and more of how scared you get to talk to them, and you get nervous to talk to them, and that's whenever you start saying and just acting weird. And so you want to just try to talk to them and treat them like, they're your friend, or talk to them like they're just a normal person, because honestly, that's how girls want to be treated. For the most part, unless they're self-righteous assholes, they don't want to be treated like they're better than everybody else. And if you have to treat a girl a certain way for them to like you, then it's probably not the girl for you. So I would just try to say, be confident in yourself, and if, shit hits the fan and she says no, there's plenty of other there's plenty of other fish in the sea that, you could have, and let's not even think about that. You got that. All you have to do is just go up, be confident, be yourself. I wish you the best with that. I wish I could give better advice on girls, I really do, but I haven't really ever been in a relationship. But now the second thing that you asked me was, how can I find time to schedule videos? Now, this is a hard question for me to answer because I don't really know your life, okay? I don't know your friend's life, and I don't really know the time zones that you guys live in, but I don't really think it's reasonable that you have to wake up at 6 a.m. just so that way you can film your friends. The best thing I could try to think of, and this is probably really basic advice, but just try to work out the time zones. I don't know if you're ahead or if they're, 2 hours behind, or if it's even the same time zone, but just try to talk to your friends and communicate hey, I'm trying to take this YouTube stuff seriously. And I think if it's the type of thing where your friends are yeah, I like to be in the videos sometimes, if they realize that you're trying to take it seriously and really build a career out of it, I think they'd be a lot more likely to try to put some time away and really help you and make the videos with you if they genuinely enjoy to do it. And I'm gonna be honest with you, if they don't really like to record with you, they're probably gonna be less likely to. But another thing is, if you're trying to upload very consistently like this, I honestly think it's gonna be kind of hard to do, but you can, if you're good at editing and you're funny, or you're, getting a really good recording, then you can turn one recording session with your friends that might only happen every few days into a couple videos if you're good. So I would just say it's not really necessarily about quantity. Just try to get the best recordings you can, because again, I don't really know your life. I don't really know how your life is scheduled and how your friend's life is scheduled, but I think an hour recording every other day is pretty reasonable. Now, if you want to get all of them together, that's just gonna be a whole ordeal, but I do think that if you explain to your friends that you're serious about YouTube, then they'll probably be a lot more likely to want to put away the time and sacrifice the time to make a recording with you, and maybe they'll start to like it, and then they'll start to make their own channel, and then it can be this collaborative thing. I don't know. But now the question I think I can give the best advice on is how to edit. I think it's really funny that people in my videos talk about my editing so much. Guys, I do not edit these videos that much. I want to more, but honestly, with this style where I respond to these questions, it's not really like the type of video that I want to put all these crazy fucking edits and all the like subtitles and all the shit. But anyways, to learn how to edit, if you're trying to edit like the videos that I make, like you said you started a commentary channel, so I'm betting that you probably want to make the type of videos I want to make. I can explain to you pretty quickly how I edit my videos, but the basics of it are basically just I record in OBS and I record basically any game. I try to record like a variety of games and interesting footage that I think is actually gonna like look cool, not just like, you know, side sweeper type shit, like boring stuff. I try to record a game. I'll probably get 20 to 30 minutes of footage out of that, and then after that I'll find some sort of topic to talk about. I'll talk about that for like 10 to 15 minutes, and then I just take that into Premiere Pro, and then I just cut all the mistakes and all the, you know, bad stuff and all the like gaps between words out to try to make it like concise, because with commentary videos you don't really want to like leave all that gaps. It makes it not enjoyable to watch. And then background music's just pretty simple. You just drag and drop it and, you know, lower the audio on it. And again, I can make like a more in-depth tutorial on how to edit if you guys would be interested in that, like exactly how I edit my videos and how I make them. But that's the pretty basic stuff. And if you want to get like more involved with it, the best advice I could give you is look up Finzar. It's Finzar, and he makes some of the best editing tutorials on all of YouTube, and his tutorials are so easy to follow. And if you really get serious about it, I'd recommend you buy his preset pack. So that's kind of the basics of it. Again, if you guys want like a bigger and more in-depth tutorial on how I make my videos, then let me know. But for now, we're gonna move on to the second story. So this girl says, "Hi, I'm a 16-year-old girl from Europe who loves your videos and editing skills." Guys, oh, I appreciate the compliment, but like these videos are so bait. I have an issue at the moment. I'm at a new school and I'm basically getting canceled in real life. A girl in my class told everyone that I SA'd her, sexually assaulted her, and according to her, I told her that I'm attracted to her and suggested that we make out on the girls' toilets. She probably has more allegations against me than this, but this is the one I'm most aware of. I say allegations because it never happened, but she still talks about it and details it as if I did. It's unsettling to me because I talked to her about private stuff back on the first week of school that she could bring up in her story. I'm frustrated because everyone believes her and she's even told the teachers. Nobody wants to talk to me. People whisper when I enter a room, and when I get emotional they mimic my crying in a comedic way and they tell me I'm emo and to just shut the fuck up. I've seen this situation so often online, I don't know how it could even happen in real life. Everyone believes the victim, and I'm now in the role of a quite or a pyrocynical, having to explain to people that I'm innocent, but I don't know how I should do that in a way that they would believe me. I know this is quite a specific topic and you're still young. Fuck you. I'm kidding. But if you could help me with that, I'd gladly appreciate it. It's crazy that 16-year-olds can act like 10-year-olds in such a situation. Embarrassing, really. Now, like you said, this is a very specific situation, so I'll do my best, but to start things off, I'm just gonna like lay you straight. I'm not gonna try to like butter it up or sugarcoat it. Back in 6th grade, I was like known as the fat weird kid, and ever since then, I've completely changed. Okay, I've lost like 40 pounds, and I've actually gone out and talked to people, and I would 100% no longer consider myself the fat weird kid, but I think to some people have that reputation. So I hate to break it to you, but I feel like no matter what you do, there's probably going to still sometimes be people who, you know, think that you're just this fucking like gay sex offender or whatever. But from what I'm hearing, it doesn't really sound like there's any like rock solid evidence that it did happen or any rock solid evidence that it didn't. So I think honestly the best thing that you could do if you're trying to like shut down even the possibility that this is real is try to find some evidence that she's lying. I don't know if there is any, but if there's anything that's like, oh, well, you know, she actually did this, or she's like this, or she's known to lie about shit, or stuff like that, if you can try to like get that message across, and I don't know like the best way where people would like that message would get known the most, but if you can try to find some sort of evidence that just shows that like she's full of shit or like that she's fake as shit, I feel like that's gonna, you know, make people at least notice or be aware that this story could be like a little bit stretched, and for some reason people always believe them. So I'm really sorry to hear that like people are treating you like this and making you feel like this. I think one of the best things that you could do to try to like get over it is to try to find some sort of friend group. I know that this is gonna be really hard, but if you can find like 2 or 3 like real motherfuckers, people who like actually want to hear you out, and like people that are like you can consider like your real friends, like they actually got your back, just having that, like having those real people to lean on is gonna make like all that noise and all the people making fun of you feel like it's a lot less. I'm really sorry that this happened, and I truly do wish I could give better advice. That's pretty much the best best thing I can say. Just try to find some sort of reason or like example. I don't care really what it takes. If you have to go through the cameras or something and show everybody that you didn't even go into the bathroom at whatever time or whatever, or something like that, or if you can find some dirt on her, then that would be like honestly the best thing you can do. Just try to not necessarily show everybody that it didn't happen, but prove that this girl is like a piece of shit, and you know, then you can be like, yeah, she's a piece of shit, she did this, so that's why she would lie about something like this. But honestly, thinking about it more, if you think about it, I think that falsely accusing somebody of sexual assault can be considered a crime. I mean, you live in England, so I don't know if the laws are similar there, but I'm pretty sure that's a crime in the US, so maybe you could try to, you know, work something out with the ops. I don't really, you know, you're picking up what I'm putting down here. Maybe you can find some sort of way to, like, you know, get her to shut the fuck up, or maybe the 12 are gonna get involved. Hey, I don't know. I'm not telling you to, but even then, like, I don't know, I'm not in this situation. I'm trying my best here. So yeah, just to recap that story, try to find some sort of dirt or something shitty that she's done on her, and just, you know, show people that and make sure people are aware of that, and then try to, you know, lean that into how you didn't do anything. Try to find some sort of friend group of just 2 or 3 real motherfuckers that you can, like, lean on and that'll be there for you. And if worst comes to worst and, you know, nothing's getting solved, then, you know, you can get the 12 involved, but, you know, you didn't hear that one from me. I hope that this advice genuinely did help you guys out, like the people who submitted these stories. And if you guys did like listening to this or did actually enjoy the advice, then I recommend that you go watch my video that I uploaded yesterday where I talked about how this person had a lack of motivation. Whether you go watch that video or not, I appreciate you for watching this video all the way through, so thank you.